What's up guys, it's Austin here. In this video, we're gonna be going over the top side hustles if you're in college. When I did my time in college, I watched a lot of these videos, but my problems were always the same. They were always so unrealistic, or they're always trying to sell me something. Here, I will not be recommending any multi-level marketing schemes. Not here. That's why I set some rules for these side hustles to fall under. Number one, they must all be able to be completed in your free time. So I know you're in college, and for the most part, you don't have a set schedule because in college, you just need a side hustle that you can do in your free time. Number two, they must all pay real money. Living in an age of crypto and NFTs, none of these side hustles will be paying any weird tokens or any weird screenshots. In fact, if an app is paying you in app coins, then I probably wouldn't even call this a side hustle. I think a better name might be a scam. And finally, they must be all interesting in some capacity. So with that said, let's get into the video, but as always, if you could smash the like button for the algorithm and subscribe, that would really help me out. So first up on the list is focus groups. Now, you might be wondering what focus groups are and how can you make money from them? Well, let me explain. Focus groups are basically when companies pay you to give your honest opinions on their products, services, or ideas. They want to know what you like, what you don't like, and why or why not. Generally, they just want to know what you think. They want to take your feedback, improve on their product, and they will pay you handsomely for your time and feedback. In fact, in 2017, $2.2 billion worldwide was spent on conducting focus, with 809 of that coming from the US. That's a lot of money for just sharing your thoughts, and some of these focus groups can actually be pretty interesting and fun. For example, in the 1950s, focus groups famously led Mattel to make the Barbie one of the first adult-looking toy dolls. Imagine being paid to play with dolls and tell them what you think. To me, that sounds like a fetish, but hey, some people have dreams. Most focus groups require between 30 and 90 minutes of work. Sometimes when you do a focus group remotely, you may be asked to do a survey, but most of the time it's with a live person on a phone call or Zoom call. Topics for focus groups are unlimited, and they can range from your favorite margarita recipes to Tesla's design of their interior of their cars. Some focus groups may require additional time outside the interview, such as giving a specific product a test run or keeping a journal of your experiences, and they usually compensate you nicely for your extra time. So the million-dollar question is, how much can you make from a focus group? Well, it depends on the topic, the length, the company, etc. But typically you can expect between $50 and $300 per session, and I don't know about you, but that is not bad for just giving your opinion on something. Now, before we get too excited and start jumping into every focus group you can find, here are some things you should know. First of all, not all focus groups are legit. There are some scams out there and they will try to get your personal information and charge you a fee to join. So be careful, do your research, don't pay any fees to join a focus group. And if someone asks you to send them money or a gift card in exchange for an invitation to the group, run as fast as you can because that is a scam. What's not a scam is hitting the like button for the algorithm. Secondly, not every focus group is going to be easy to qualify for. Sometimes they have specific age criteria that you need to meet, such as age, gender, income, location, interest, etc. So don't be discouraged if you get rejected from them. It's not personal, it's just business. Thirdly, not every focus group is available at all times. Sometimes they have limited time slots or deadlines that you need to meet. So if you're interested in joining a focus group, check out these websites below: resident.io, userinterviews.com, focusgroup.com, and surveyjunkie. These are some of the most reputable and popular platforms that can connect you with companies that need your feedback. Just sign up with your email address, fill out some basic information about yourself, and then browse through the available opportunities and apply for the ones that sound interesting to you. There's no penalty, so I would sign up for as many as possible, knowing that you will probably get denied from many of them. Don't be rude, be respectful, and your feedback is valuable and important to the companies that hire you. So treat it as such and give them your best effort. That way they will probably come back to you since you will have a good reputation. That brings us to number two. Gary Vee, whether you like him or not, the man knows how to make money. Starting from nothing and being worth now $200 million, he recently said this:
I think anybody making under $100,000 a year that is deeply unhappy should quit and garage sale 52 weeks a year. Goodwill, garage sales, eBay, easy 100,000.
Wow.
Give yourself 3 months to really learn the game. Every thrift shop. Are you kidding me?
So can you make $100,000? Actually, I'm probably sure that you can. It all comes down to how much work you want to put in it. Do you want to become an expert in clothing, shoes, cards, matchboxes, you name it? So he is talking about the art of flipping. Simply said, you just want to find a product and sell them for a higher dollar than you bought them for. And one of the easiest ways to find good deals is at garage sales. You can find goods and sell them on eBay. And Gary claims thousands and thousands of dollars can be made by doing this just on the weekend. So this is one of my favorite college side hustles because you don't really need that much, you just need free time. Everything can be done on the weekends, making this the perfect gig for college students. Garage selling or flipping is actually very simple. All you do is you drive around your local garage sales and look for good deals. Then you look them up online to see the value and see if you can flip them for a profit. Before you buy, do your research and see what it sells for on eBay. If the margins make sense, then buy it. Then list it on eBay and sell it, as simple as that. Gary has a collection of videos on selling and garage selling, and he makes them for fun. They're for entertainment, and they are just to help people. This side hustle, the sky's the limit. The more time you want to spend on research and just driving around to local garage sales, the more money that you can make. You find a good Hot Wheels collection or a good Beanie Baby collection, you could be making anywhere between $100 and $1,000 a day. There's always a chance of striking out, but in general, garage selling has to be one of the best side hustles for college students. This next one is for animal lovers out there. We just got a new pup here at the house, so I have a special soft spot in my heart for this one. So if you love dogs and love spending time outdoors, then dog walking could be a perfect side hustle for you. I know when I was in school, I missed my dog a lot, so anytime we could hang out with someone else's dog was a great feeling. Well, now knowing that you can get paid for this is a great side hustle. The pay rates on dog walking on Rover or Wag vary depending on your location, experience, and demand for dog walkers. Typically, the national pay rate is between $15 and $20 per 30-minute walk. However, if you are more experienced or have special skills like dog training or working with special needs dogs, you can charge more like $30 per 30-minute walk. If you love dogs and have a flexible schedule and enjoy being outside, then dog walking is perfect. It's also a good fit for college students who are majoring in animal-related fields like veterinary science, zoology, or biology. To get started with dog walking on Rover and Wag, you'll need to create a profile on their platform. Here are some tips for creating a really strong profile. You want to highlight your strengths and showcase your skills and experiences with working with dogs. If you have any certifications in training or dog care, you want to mention them here. Use a professional photo. Don't use that selfie that you just took at the last vacation. If you have a nice professional headshot, people will be much more willing to trust you. Keep language in your profile positive. Avoid using negative language or critical comment. Then you want to emphasize your availability and show people that you can be available when they need you, and then set competitive rates, do some research, see what other people are charging, and then charge a similar amount. Like I said, Rover and Wag are the best apps, so once you've created your profile, you can start looking for clients in your area. They will match you with clients based on your location, your availability, and you can also market your services on social media, local pet stores, or by handing out flyers in your neighborhood. To me, if I was doing this, I would try to create a regular dog walking route with a couple dogs every day. You'll be surprised at how much pet owners will spend on their pet, and maybe if they're at work all day, they just want someone to take their dog out for a 15-minute walk. This could easily make you $200 to $500 a week. But I think one of the best ways to make money and have some fun. One of these side hustles is being a nanny. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Austin, isn't nanny just babysitting? And yes and no, yes and no. Babysitting is usually a one-time or an occasional gig where you watch someone's kids for a few hours. Nannying is more of a long-term solution or regular arrangement that you can take care of someone's kids for several hours per week and sometimes even live with them. Probably living with them probably is not the best option here. But believe it or not, this can be one of the most lucrative side hustles in college. Some people have made it a full-time job after college, making over $100,000 per year. Now, this is probably not typical, but it's definitely possible if you find the right clients and offer the right services. The national average for nannies right now is $17.35 per hour according to care.com, but if you will be patient and interview the right clients, you could easily be making $20, $25 per hour or more. That's a pretty good side hustle considering you only have to play with the kids, feed them snacks, and make them do their homework. But also, I think people who are majoring in fields that are related to kids, like nursing, teaching, psychology, or sociology, being a nanny can be a valuable experience and skill that you can use in your future career and even on your future resume. So Austin, how do you get a nanny job? Well, there are two main platforms that you can use. I recommend using Sitter City and care.com. Both of them have free and paid options, and both of them you will have to go through a background check. You just gotta make sure that you're not a serial killer, okay? That's just bad for business. Both Sitter and care.com will also have you create a profile on their platform. This is where you can make the real money, okay? On your platform, you wanna highlight your strengths, focus on the strengths and skills that make you a good caregiver. Maybe if you have CPR training or first aid training or child development training, whatever the case may be, you wanna use that to your advantage. Next, you wanna use a professional photo. Your photo should be clear and professional. It should clearly show your face and a smile. Like I said earlier, you're not gonna wanna use a vacation selfie picture. This doesn't look professional at all, and I would not recommend it. You wanna look friendly, trustworthy, not like a creep, and you don't wanna look like a serial killer. You also wanna keep it positive. You wanna avoid any negative or critical comments on your profile because this doesn't look good, especially if you're watching someone's kid. I think of it as sounding like a happy puppy dog. You always wanna sound playful, happy, and smile anytime you can. Also, show your availability and be honest and show them what you can provide to their family. Once you've created your profile, you can start looking for clients in your area. Sitter or care.com is gonna be your best option, but you can also market your services on social media. And here's a little trick. In local pet stores, because people are willing to spend money on their pets and they have kids, they will spend money on their kids too. Then you'll find a family to work with and you'll probably wanna meet with them in person to get to know everyone to make sure it's a good fit for you. And then after that, it's off to collect your bag. This next one is another favorite. I know I just have a lot of favorites on this list, but it's perfect for anyone who enjoys working outdoors or at least has some experience with lawn equipment. I'm talking about lawn mowing. Now, one of the downfalls right off the bat is if you live in the dorms, this is not super realistic. You're gonna have to find a spot for your mower and small amount of equipment. Let's talk about pay rates. Mowing yards is typically priced on how many hours it would take to complete the yard. The typical mow, according to Angie and Home Advisor, is between $48 and $206 per cut, with an average of $126 per cut. Personally, this doesn't sound realistic at all, but I would imagine getting $35 to $60 per cut on a weekly basis is pretty realistic. What's really nice about being a college student is that you need to be using this to your advantage when you talk to potential customers. A lot of times, homeowners in the areas are excited that you're a college student trying to make some extra money, and they will be very eager to help. Give them a line like you're trying to mow lawns to make some extra money to help pay off college. To get started with mowing lawns, you'll need to have the right equipment. So you're gonna need a lawnmower, a weed eater, and a leaf blower. You can either buy the equipment used, use the homeowner's equipment, or my favorite is going to Facebook Marketplace and finding a good deal. But if you do that, make sure when you go, you make sure you see the equipment working before you buy anything. Once you have the equipment, you can start by looking for clients in your area. And here are some of my tips to find clients. Start with friends and family. Ask friends or family members if they need their lawns mowed or if they know that anyone does. If you went away from school, this one's probably not gonna work. Here's the best option, door hangers. I know door to door can be really scary for a lot of people. And personally, I don't wanna do door to door either. You can get these door hangers and have instant quotes on them. So you just write the price that you would do their lawns for. It's easiest to knock on the door, hand it to the homeowner, but if you don't wanna talk to homeowners, you can just hang this on their door and walk away. But like I said, I think talking to the homeowners is going to be your biggest asset, and really mention that you're in college. Remember, you can afford to offer great prices because you don't have a lot of overhead as the big companies in your area might have. However, I do recommend picking up some general liability insurance. You'll want to do this to protect yourself. You can easily find it on nextinsurance.com. Next, you're gonna wanna meet with potential clients to discuss their needs and expectations. Most clients will want a mow and edge around the perimeter, and you will then want to talk about how you want to be paid. It's important to be upfront so there's no confusion and everything's very transparent. You're gonna wanna talk about the frequency of the mowing, any size of the lawn, specific requirements that they might have, and if you do this right, mowing lawns in college can be such a lucrative business. All right, guys, that wraps up the video with the best side hustles for college students. I hope you found it helpful and informative. Please, please, please like it. It really helps me out and goes a long way. Subscribe for more, and I will see you on the next one.